Hey, I had a lot of requests for a video on how I collect Anthurium pollen, so I figured I'd make a quick video. The two tools I really use is just aluminum foil and a paintbrush, and it's pretty simple. You really just brush the pollen in. In some cases, the spadix will be angled that it's really easy to just put it underneath. If not, don't worry. You're perfectly fine to just bend that spadix down so that way it sits about an inch above the foil so you don't waste too much pollen. I'm using separate paintbrushes per plant just to try and avoid cross-pollination at all. This is something I picked up from my buddy Juan. Really not much to it. You just put that spadix over the aluminum foil and brush all that pollen off. You can be a little rough with it. I don't go too hard, but just gently brushing over and over, going over a few times just to get all that pollen collected. And you can see when you have a big spadix, you're going to get a decent amount of pollen. This is enough to use for several pollinations, or, sometimes I go and put way too much, but that's my own choosing. Once I have it in the foil, I'm basically going to just try and get it all in the middle, and then I just fold it up. I start by creasing the sides and making sure it's tight. I really don't fold too much, so that way it's easy to unwrap it, but I fold the right side, fold the left side, and then fold the aluminum foil over, making sure that crease at the top stays really tight. At that point, you're pretty much done. You have all that pollen collected. The one thing you never want to forget is make sure to label it. I mean, even if you just have one plant at the moment that you're collecting from, you never know when you're actually going to use the pollen, and then it sneaks up on you and all of a sudden you have pollen and you're not sure what is what. The next step is, if I'm not using it right away, I'm going to put it in a plastic Ziploc bag. You can see there's a little silica gel packet in there, and then I'm just going to place this in the freezer and keep it in the freezer and until I'm ready to pollinate a plant.